Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we have a pick a card spread today. So we're going to be doing what kind of witch are you? What are your spiritual gifts? What are your psychic gifts here? So we have 3 different options to choose from. I've already picked out the oracle cards that are going to start off the reading just to save space. So for pile number 1, I don't want to show all the cards, but we have the High Priest for pile number 1 and the Unakite Pendant. For pile 2, we have Goddess Transcendence here with the black tourmaline ring. And then for pile 2, we have the Cauldron with the Larimar bracelet. So go ahead and choose whichever pile you feel guided to the most. Some of you might have multiple piles here, definitely. So I'm going to give you guys a moment, and then I will see you in your timestamp below for your reading. Okay, so now that you guys have chosen your pile, I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hey pile 1, if you guys have chosen the Unakite Pendant and the High Priest Guardian card, this is going to be your reading. So let's take a look here. What are your spiritual gifts? Are you a witch? We have the High Priest with the Guardian keyword here. So I am here to tell you that yes, you definitely are a some sort of healer. You are a witch here. You are, in the sense, more so you're more so a healer than you are a witch per se. I'm not sure if this group specifically does any spell work or any incantations or anything like that, but you are definitely very, very gifted when it comes to your psychic abilities. I feel like for some of you, you could have been a high priest or a high priestess in a past life, so naturally you are very intuitive. You could also be a medium for some of you. We also have here the Mother, so definitely feminine energy coming through. Again, yeah, we have Bridget here, Psychic Flames, 333, Sacred Milk, Druid Magic. So some of you could be very connected to Celtic mythology. Some of you could be very drawn towards working with Bridget, definitely. I might even read what her card says because I'm not too familiar with her, honestly. I know she's the goddess of fire. She's a feminine goddess here, very psychic energy. So I feel like you guys naturally just have this very just psychic intuitive side to you. I feel like in this lifetime, you are a feminine. I feel like in a past lifetime, you could have been a masculine here. And we also have the warrior, yeah. So that ties in here with the High Priest, you guys being a warrior, you guys having, and also with this Bridget energy. I know her energy is very, very high energy, very explosive sometimes in like a good sense. She's very powerful. She kind of gives me the energy of whatever the princess's name from Tangled is. I feel like you guys naturally have this very robust energy about you. And even in the High Priest, we see the sun. He's surrounded by flames. I feel like you guys have a very natural protective instinct. Some of you are natural caretakers, actually. So you're very good at tending for children or tending to pets, tending to other people who need your assistance. I feel like some of you in this lifetime could even be drawn towards being teachers or working in a nursing home, working in a hospital. You guys have very natural healing abilities, but I feel like you guys have reached this point because of something that you've gone through with the warrior. You guys have fought for your peace. You guys have fought for what you know and what you're able to do. So I'm actually going to go ahead and read, yeah, I kind of want to read the High Priest and Bridget. We'll just do Bridget because I don't know where I put my other booklet, honestly. So let's take a look here. Number 25. Some of you might actually have very mixed, like ancestry, mixed genealogy. Like maybe in a past life you were an Egyptian high priest or priestess, but then you were also living a lifetime as a as like a Norse or Celtic goddess as well. Maybe you lived, I just heard plantation, and I also heard like the Great Plains. So maybe you were a part of some sort of settlement movement back in the day as well. Whatever you guys have been through, I feel like you guys have been through a lot in past lives. It's like you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot to share. You're very, very wise. You're a very old soul. So let's see here. Yeah, so mother and midwife to all beings on earth, Bridget arrives in the name of the divine and extends her arms to you in embrace. She grants you health and healing and works deeply within the chakras that govern expression, compassion, and sacred connection. She reminds us to place importance on creative liberty and to discover the power in a vulnerable heart. The triple goddess walks towards you from the forest and sends out her eternal flame to you. The protective warmth of life is returning, and joy is soon to come. Her breath restores life to the dead and offers wisdom to those who are able to shed their ego. Yeah, so you guys have, I feel like you have already gone through some sort of like initiation or ego breakdown in this lifetime, where maybe you remember who you were in this past life, or you remember your psychic gifts. And I honestly feel like, I'm not really feeling that you guys are like witches in the sense that like you do spell work and you have incantations. Like I said, maybe you very well could. But it more so feels like you guys are natural healers. You're psychics, you're intuitives, like you're very connected to the body. You're very connected to nature. Some of you could be very connected to herbs. I feel like you are a natural healer, and I feel like that is your natural talent. I feel like you guys don't necessarily need to do any incantations or spells for things to work. I feel like all you need is your voice and your intention. There's something here about you guys having a very old soul and having been through a lot, having seen a lot. And I feel like you carry this flame within you where it's like maybe on the surface you're very calm, but if someone pushes you to that point, you will show them the other side of you. You're definitely not someone to be messed with. And I feel like you have survived many lifetimes in your past where you had to fight for your life. You might even see reflections of those themes in your current lifetime. Maybe you are the type of person who has faced many battles, or you've had to stand up for yourself a lot, or you've had to protect other people, or you've had to like prove yourself. I don't know. There's like something here about having a very soft energy, but because of the tough shit that you've been through. Yeah, I feel like you guys would be more so drawn to natural healing modalities such as like Reiki healing. I just heard dream interpretation, chakra balancing, herbs, being in nature, music, things like that. There's like, you guys have a natural healing ability to bring, it's like to like how the card was saying, to shed people's egos. So I feel like you're very acquainted with the dark side in the sense that nothing really phases you. I feel like you guys are able to see through a lot. You guys are able to survive a lot. And I feel like in this lifetime, you're kind of just bringing your good energy to other people, whether that is being in a career of service or helping others, or whether this is you with your own children, being a good example of what a parent should be. Or maybe you do have these healing abilities. Maybe you are the type of person that everyone goes to for support and for advice because you always know the right thing to say. Or maybe you have a very nice calming touch. People like to give you a hug. And I also forgot to mention here with the Unakite, very fitting for you guys as well. So the Unakite is actually emotional healing. This actually targets the emotional body. So we have many layers in our auric body. This targets the emotional body. So what this crystal does is it actually brings your emotions into balance. It helps bring you to a very level state of consciousness. And the colors pink and green, they relate to the heart chakra. So I feel like you guys have definitely been through some shit in your life where you've had to fight for your peace. And I feel like now you know exactly how to be in a calm state of mind. You know how to balance your emotions. You're not really the type of person who's constantly like fighting with people, you know? But it's like you still have that side to you where if someone tries you, you're going to show them because you know how to fight. You've been through situations where you've had to literally fight for your life in past lives, and your soul and your DNA remembers that. So there's something here about you guys having mastered the emotional body. Beautiful energy. So yeah, and also what I'm getting for that is if you guys are called to Reiki healing, or if you are called to dream interpretation, something like that, I feel like you guys would be very good at helping people transmute negative energies from their body. So whether that is through Reiki or just counseling, or talking to people, just being a good example. There's something about your energy that is very healing to people. People find you very grounding. You might have Cancer in your chart. You might have Taurus in your chart, Capricorn, Aries. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards here to get a little bit more about this topic, see what you guys might need to know. You guys are very wise. You guys are super, super wise. I'm getting that some of you might even have access to the Akashic records. You're very, very healing. I do feel that even if you're not a feminine in this lifetime, if you don't identify as a feminine, you have a very strong feminine energy. You have a good balance of both. I feel like you have mastered healing both of your energies here. So what are my pile one's psychic gifts, please? What are my pile one's psychic gifts? Page of Swords. Okay. I just heard that you can do anything, honestly. 7 of Cups. Yeah, look at this. And the Fool at the back. So you guys have this ability to honestly, it's like you're able to do anything that you want. You're able to do spell work if you want to. You're able to learn about anything that has to do with the spiritual world, because I feel like you guys have actually, in your past lives, it's like you've experienced a little bit of everything. You guys have this ability to be able to tap into anything that you want to if you wanted to. Very multi-talented. What are my pile 1 spiritual gifts? Page of Wands. You're very good with children. We have a lot of page energy here. We have the 8 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. There's something here about you guys being able to lead others. So I was picking up, like I said, on being a mother, being a teacher. We have the Strength at the back. Yeah, it's like you tame people's egos. You tame people's negative energies. It's like if you come across someone who is maybe very hard to deal with or very dark, very negative, it's like there's something about your energy that helps to change this person or to help kind of quell their anger or to quell something that they're going through. I feel like you guys always know the right thing to say. You're very good with animals and children. You're very good with energies who need experience, or energies who are very sensitive, something along those lines as well. So people who have been through a lot, you help people get through things, or you're a good emotional support. And then when it comes to those who need leadership, like children or pets, I feel like you guys are the perfect person to assist with that. It's like you guys have this natural ability to just teach, to be a leader, to calm others down. Yeah, Ace of Cups. You have a very big heart here. I feel like you guys might actually even attract a lot of children or wildlife to you. Nice. Very nice. What are my pile 1's psychic gifts? Ace of Cups. Again, your heart space. It's like you guys have been through so much in your life that all you know how to do is give love. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. I feel like what I'm getting for this, yeah, the Empress. I feel like for you guys, your thing is not really like a group spirituality, or like being a part of a coven or something, or like being a part of something that other people need to help you with. It's like you're not really a fan of working with other people when it comes to your spiritual practice. I feel like you guys, it's like you more so like to do things on your own. Empress. It's almost like you guys could be a little bit more tapped in or experienced than the people around you, and you don't necessarily feel like you need to work with others. I know that sounds bad or weird, but it's like you kind of feel like you can do everything on your own. I feel like in past lives, even this Knight of Wands, it's like you were the type of person to kind of be a survivor on your own. You didn't really need anyone. You kind of learn how to do things on your own. And while you can work with others if you needed to, I don't feel like it's your forte. This is not something that you necessarily enjoy. But with the Empress, Judgment, Queen of Cups, again, yeah, this confirms that mother energy, that Cancerian energy. We have Taurus, Libra here as well. So some of you are probably destined to be mothers, or to care for children in some way, or to be a teacher, to lead, to be around pets. Maybe you want to be a veterinarian. There's something here about taking your feminine energy and taking your natural healing abilities and putting it into others around you. I feel like you guys have a lot of knowledge and a lot of love to share with others. Can you guys see this? I'm trying to keep everything in frame. I should have moved these up a little bit. It's okay. Yeah. Is there anything else that pile 1 needs to know? 3 of Cups. Okay. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. I feel like for some of you guys, yeah, it's like there's this feeling of not fitting in with others when it comes to your psychic gifts. I'm not sure. It's like maybe you don't feel comfortable sharing them with other people, or maybe you've been in situations in the past, yeah, 8 of Cups, where it doesn't work out for you. Like maybe you've tried to be a part of a group or like some sort of meetup, something here with other people, other spiritually gifted people. But there's something here about you guys just preferring your own company. Yeah, look at this. 8 of Cups, Queen of Swords. You prefer to be on your own. You prefer to be on your own with like a pet. Maybe you have a familiar. Maybe you have a pet cat. Or it's like you just like to be alone. Your soul's very old. You're very, very wise. You don't really have time. It's like some of you feel like you don't... I don't know if it's like you don't fit in with other people, or you just feel like people pick on you, or maybe you're very different from other people. But I feel like it's because you have a natural... 8 of Cups, Queen of Swords, sorry, Chariot. Because like honestly, it's giving me an energy of you've already mastered things. You already know a lot of things maybe that these people are learning at this time. You guys are definitely not a baby witch. No, you guys have a very strong innate power that you've had for a very long time, and I feel like you guys just don't, it's like you'd rather be on your own, you know? It's like you don't want to teach others, you don't want to wait around for others, you don't want to be a part of like a shared society with other people when it comes to your gifts. You kind of just want to do you. You want to know or have what you know and do what you do on your own. You don't really need praise for it. You don't really need like anyone to tell you that you should do more with it, or you don't really need, it's like you don't like to talk about it even. Maybe some of you, it's like you just like to keep it private. This is something that you just do for yourself or for your family or for those around you. It's like you don't really need that validation. And I feel like maybe you've had experiences with others where you've learned that you can't really trust people with what you know. I feel like you might know a lot of occult information, or you're just very connected to nature. You're very connected to things that people don't understand, and that's fine. I feel like you guys are meant to do things alone here. Yeah, Queen of Swords, Chariot. I feel like you're meant to not necessarily get praise for this if this is not something that you want, because I am seeing a lot of privacy when it comes to this, but I feel like you are meant to do things in your own way. So don't feel bad about that. But yeah, this is what I have for you guys. I really hope I was able to connect to you in this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye. Hey Pile 2, if you guys have chosen the black tourmaline ring, this is going to be your reading. So the black tourmaline is a highly protective stone. It is a crystal that is used to help absorb and transmute negative energy to turn it away from you. So if you wear this crystal, it tends to kind of boomerang energy off of you. This crystal can also be used to clear negative energy out of spaces. It can be used to protect your room. You can put it in corners of your room. So maybe you guys have this natural ability to connect to the dark side, or maybe you naturally have this connection to darker energies, you know, and that's not a bad thing. You have Goddess here with Transcendence as your first card. So I feel like I could be connecting to a feminine here. I feel like you guys, I'm hearing that you guys could be very good with lunar magic and astrology. So I feel like what your natural talent here is connecting to the cycles of life, connecting to maybe the underworld too. The underworld could be something for you guys. You have the Hero here. So yeah, this is giving me the energy of like someone who's afraid, or someone who's not afraid, sorry, to dig into the things that other people are afraid to do. We have Opening Circle, protection, ritual, lessons, and simplicity. Yeah, there's something here about you guys having this very direct way of doing things. Maybe you follow the lunar cycles. Maybe you, yeah, and especially with this card, Elusive here. There's something here very like lunar or Neptunian about what you do here. Maybe even Plutonian. So some of you guys could be Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like you guys kind of do things your own way. You do things that other people are afraid to do. So like I said, you could be very drawn to the dark side. You could be very drawn to protection rituals. Maybe this is something you're very good at. Maybe you're even good at like cord cutting, elusive. It's like something that you do here is very taboo, or it's hidden from other people. It's like people might see you as someone who they don't understand, or people who it's like they might see you as someone who, it's like your energy comes through as very very mysterious, but also very like enchanting. So there's something here about your energy that maybe confuses people. Like I said, you guys could have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, a lot of water in your chart. Something that makes you seem kind of, I just heard out of touch, but in the sense that like people feel like you kind of stand out from the rest. I feel like you have a very strong feminine energy, but like a dark femme. Yeah, I'm getting like a dark femme energy here. There's something here that you've had to learn in your rituals and in your magical practice when it comes to protecting yourself. I feel like this group has been through a lot of psychic attack. I feel like this group has experienced a lot of things in the spiritual and the paranormal world that would be considered like taboo, or maybe you just had a lot of weird experiences with the spiritual world. Maybe you're very drawn to working with the dead. I heard necromancy. Maybe you're very drawn to, there's something here about you guys being like, it's like you do the things that maybe other people don't do, right? So I think I've said that a couple times, but it's like you guys are drawn to maybe astral magic, moon magic, dark magic, and not in the sense that you do anything to other people with ill intent. I feel like you're just very drawn to studying the darker world and how things how things work. I feel like you're very drawn to ghosts. I feel like you're very drawn to nighttime. There's something here about your energy being very strong and very brave, and kind of being able to kind of sift through the darkness. Some of you guys may be very drawn to Hecate as well. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on, like, you guys are very brave. You guys have been through some interesting things in your spiritual practice, and I feel like it's taught you a lot about who you are. I feel like it's taught you a lot about how to protect yourself. I feel like it's made you who you are today. There's something about you that is just very mysterious, very alluring, and it definitely has to do with what you're drawn to, what you're connected to, the things that you're good at. Definitely. I kind of want to read what this card has to say, see if I'm missing anything. I have number 33. Okay, so pay attention to the truth of a situation and determine if the path is aligned to your heart's calling. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Release the need to appear like another and begin to know your unique self within. The time is ripe to make a conscious change, and the lunar light reflects your soul in naked form. Interesting. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm reading the wrong card. Maybe that was a message for somebody. Maybe you're being called here to really pay attention to your magical practice and pay attention to who you are. I also got something about glamour magic or beauty magic, so maybe that's something that you guys are drawn to. But now that we're on the actual card here, we have all magical beings require ceremony and effort. Sometimes it is best to begin at a steady pace and gather your bearings before taking the next step. I see. Just as you would be careful in your surroundings during transport or work, so must you protect yourself in body, mind, and spirit. Be careful of the company you keep, and take care with whom you share your joys and sorrows. Not everyone is on the same journey or needs to be, and human condition means jealousy can occur. So yes, you guys have, like, okay, maybe I'm connecting to a group here who it's like maybe you jumped into your spiritual practice very blindly, right? Maybe you did something, maybe you worked on rituals, or you called on something that you didn't know how powerful it would be, and then you kind of went through some sort of lesson when it came to your spiritual practice. You went through some sort of lesson when it came to protecting yourself and calling on your spirit team to protect you here. I feel like you guys have been through the darkness. Like, you guys are very well acquainted with the darkness. And I feel like you guys have really learned. It's like you've learned how to protect yourself because you've seen the dark side. You're very acquainted with the dark side. I definitely want to say that this group is more familiar with the dark side than they are working with like angels or anything like that. So I feel like your natural spiritual gifts here, the kind of witch that you are, would be like a moon witch, a lunar witch, a dark witch, a dark femme, a ritual protecting witch, things like that. There's something here about your energy kind of being able to cross borders. Yeah. It's like you guys can cross borders that other people wouldn't dare. You can cross thresholds that other people wouldn't dare to, and it's because you've learned how to. You're very strong in that sense, where nothing really scares you in the spiritual world, because maybe you have been scared already, and it's like, bring it on. Like, there's nothing else that can kind of deter me from what I'm doing. Yeah, you guys, there's something about you that's very lunar, very secretive, very mysterious. So I'm gonna pull some tarot cards here. Get some more messages for you guys. You guys, I'm also picking up, I don't even know why I didn't say it, but you guys could be very good at divination. So bones, reading cards, pendants, like pendulums, runes, things like that. You're very, very good with divination, and you're also very good with palm reading for some of you. Some of you you're very good at that. Yeah, it's like you're good at the weird things, or the things that a lot of people in the spiritual world would consider taboo or banned or dark. And they're not really dark, they're just things that people are not interested in. People, technically, they're not usually brave enough for it, or they're not called to it, but I feel like you guys are. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, yeah. I feel like I was saying, you guys have learned a lot. Look at this, moon. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You guys have learned a lot in the darkness. You guys have learned a lot when it comes to your spiritual gifts. Maybe you have done spells that didn't work out the way that you thought they would. Look at this, Nine of Wands. You guys could have done spells in your past where you were teaching yourself how to do spell work and ritual and protection work, and maybe you brought in something that you didn't know how to get rid of, and maybe you needed help. Yeah. But it's like, I feel like you guys found your voice here. You guys found your voice. You guys were able to battle off maybe a strong energy. You guys learned the proper way how to do ritual, how to do spell work by making mistakes first. And that's totally fine. Some people learn that way. Okay. What are my pile 2 spiritual gifts? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys have definitely could have even like cursed yourselves before. You could have done something to yourself on accident, and I feel like you've learned from that. 4 of Cups, definitely. It's like you actually heard, or I just heard, sorry, I'm getting things too fast for me to talk. It's like you were told here. Page of Swords, 4 of Cups. This is not something to be messed with, right? Like, this is something very serious. So I feel like you could have gone into something, not joking around with it, but it's like you just didn't know your own power. And then maybe something happened here where other people around you were affected, or maybe your finances were affected, maybe your family was affected, your emotions were affected. Something happened here where you had to take matters into your own hands, and you're like, I need to fix this. This is not something to mess with. Now I know my power. Now I know my strength. And I feel like you guys take very great pride in that. You guys are not irresponsible at all. Maybe in the past you made a couple of mistakes, I see, but it's like right now your energy is like very, very responsible, very serious when it comes to the work that you do. It's like you don't play around with energy, you know. You always have an intention for what you're doing. What are my pile 2 psychic gifts? Page of Swords, King of Pentacles. You guys are really good at manifesting, like money magic. I feel like you guys could be really good at speaking things into existence, definitely. We have the 7 of Cups at the back. So I feel like this is you being actually very gifted at mediumship as well. So like I was saying, some of you are very connected to ghosts, to necromancy, to the other side. You guys are very interested in learning about spirits. You guys love spirits. You guys love ghosts. And I feel like that's a really beautiful thing. You guys naturally have an ability to talk to the other side. So you have very strong mediumship abilities. Some of you, I feel like also with the King of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, I feel like you have many different outsources in the sense that you are connected to many different spiritual entities that you get along with that can assist you on your path. So you might be someone who is very connected to your ancestors. Sorry for the focus. You could be very connected to the lower world entities. You could be very connected to the planetary energies. Like I said, it's like you don't really fit into a box. You definitely seem like the type of practitioner or witch or psychic who kind of does their own thing, of course. But I feel like you have support all around you. I feel like you have gained the respect of a lot of different spirits here. Anything else for my pile 2? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something here that you guys are either wanting to manifest. We have the Tower here. I just heard Chaos Witch. Yeah. So you guys have the ability to, you guys definitely have either some sort of Pluto or Scorpio or something in your chart here, 6 of Pentacles, because you have the ability to not only create but to destroy. So yeah, it's like you guys need to be very careful with your energy. 5 of Swords again too. Ace of Pentacles, Tower. I feel like you guys have such a powerful energy that if it's not directed properly, it can hurt yourself, it can hurt others. There's something about really needing to hone in that power that you have and making sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Like I said, I feel like you guys do, but there's just something about having made mistakes in your past, or maybe having gotten others involved in what you're doing on accident, or maybe you had really good intentions for something, but something blew up in your face. And I feel like you guys have this, yeah, 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups. I feel like you guys are like a chaos witch in the sense that you don't really follow the rules. You're meant to be some sort of rule breaker, or you're supposed to do things your own way when it comes to your magical practice. And I feel like some of you, it's like you expose things. Tower, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords. You expose things that are false. You expose things that are not true. You expose people's pain. There's something about you exposing things and like leaving a trail behind you. It's like you're kind of meant to be a tower. Yeah, 2 of Swords, Judgment. I feel like you're kind of meant to walk into situations with people here who maybe you're not living authentically, or people who have been hurt, and it's like you kind of are walking karma to people, whether that's good or bad depending on the state of life that they're in. You're so powerful that your energy has the ability to change people's lives for better or for worse, and that's something to really be careful with. It is something to be proud of, yes, but you got to be very careful with that. I think this is beautiful energy. So I'm definitely getting heavy Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm getting a little bit of Uranus now, Aquarius. So maybe you have a strong Uranus placement. You're definitely meant to do things your own way. You are meant to expose things. You're walking karma. You're walking karma. You're very, very powerful. You're very acquainted with the darker energies, the darker powers that be. So I feel like you have their respect. But yeah, this is what I have for you. I really hope I was able to connect to you in this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys have chosen the Larimar bracelet, this is going to be your reading. So the Larimar stone is a very healing stone. It also corresponds to the throat chakra. So I feel like you guys could be very good at spell work, maybe saying things, maybe writing things. There's something about your energy being very calming and very healing as well. And it actually makes sense here with the cauldron. We have the womb as the first card. I actually heard sex magic when I picked this up. So I don't know, maybe some of you guys are very, it's like you know how to kind of do multiple different things here. I'll leave it at that for now. We have the Jester. Okay. The Jester. Interesting. We have levitation, higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation, and then we have pride. Okay. I feel like you guys... Let me sit on this for a moment. I feel like you guys are talented at different things. You guys are not really... You don't really fit into one category. You could be very good at like sexual healing magic. With the Jester, I feel like you could also be, it seems to be like you're very good at like any type of spell work. So like if you got to be very careful with what you say. So it's like almost anything that you say here would come true. And you might have experienced situations where maybe you jokingly said things, or like you said something out of vain or out of anger, and then it came true. And I feel like you learned from that. You realize that your voice holds a lot of power. We also have levitation here, higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation. There's something here about you guys being very, very acquainted with your spiritual practice. It's almost like you guys feel like you're very, very good at what you do, almost to the sense of having a little bit of ego or pride when it comes to that. Some of you could definitely be the type of psychic or witch who actually does make spells. You make things with plants, herbs. You make potions. You might even have like a grimoire of spells. There's something here about you just being very, very well acquainted with your practice. So you could be older, definitely. Or you could just be very prideful, you know, about what you do. It's like you just know that you're like the best of the best. But I feel like it's not out of vain. I feel like it's because you've worked yourself to that point. Higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation. It's like you've put in the work. You've put in the work to be where you are today, and you take pride in that. So some of you could actually be like a shaman, a medicine woman, or maybe you're called to that. There's something here about being just very connected to ancient practice and being very good at it. So that's pretty much what I'm getting from that. I might sit on this for a moment to see if I pick up anything else. I feel like you guys, because like I'm getting a lot of different energies. There's like calming energy. There's trickster energy. There's master energy. So I feel like you guys have been through all of the phases. Maybe you guys have reached now this point of mastery. So first card up, we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah. You guys have reached a point of mastery. You guys are so good at what you do. You guys are very psychic, very intuitive. It's like you don't really need anyone to kind of tell you that because you know it already. We have the Five of Wands. There could be a little bit of ego, like I said here, in the sense that like you don't really feel like you need assistance from anyone. You don't feel like you need help from anyone. We have the Death card. It's the first time the Death card has come out. Yeah. Death, Hermit, Seven of Wands. Some of you might actually not really get along well with others when it comes to your spiritual practice. There's something here about being very proud of being alone. When it comes to your spiritual practice, you prefer to do things on your own. Some of you might actually find that you trigger other people with your gifts. Four of Cups, Page of Cups, Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's like people might want to learn from you. People definitely want to learn from you. So you might draw in people who are very, like, curious about you, or they want to learn about you. But I feel like you guys have this energy here that, I don't know, it's almost like I'm getting that you kind of put people off in the sense that your energy is so strong. I'm not sure why it's coming through this way. Clarify the Death card. Four of Cups. Maybe some of you guys have faced situations with other people around you who kind of turned against you. Maybe people kind of used you for what you know. What are my pile 3 psychic gifts? 3 of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of heartbreak tied up to this. Some sort of pain. We have the Star. There's some sort of pain tied up to maybe... Okay, I see what this is. Maybe others could judge you for this. Others could judge you for what you do or for what you know. And there's this energy of people wanting to get close to you, wanting to learn from you, but then having... It's like you have to defend yourself from these people. Maybe you have people who like to be your friend just to say that they know you. Yeah, but then they kind of make you feel... insecure. Maybe you have felt insecure in the past about your gifts. I feel like just people don't... This is a very interesting pile. The World. I feel like there could have been a point in time here as well where maybe you didn't want to be gifted psychically. You didn't want to be able to do what you do. I feel like what happened here, what unlocked a lot of your spiritual gifts, is a lot of pain. I feel like you guys went through a lot of bullying or teasing or people breaking your heart or hurting you. It's like you were put in a low point mentally, and this is where you kind of found your power. You found your gifts through something that you had to suffer through. The World, the Ace of Wands, exactly. Yeah, Queen of Swords. It's like you discovered your connection to your spiritual gifts by going through a lot of tough cycles in your life here, tied up to other people, tied up to friendships, to love. There's something here about either wanting to... It's like some of you either wanted to wish your gifts away, or others of you, it's like you found your gifts through hardship, like I was saying. And I feel like because of this, because of something that you've gone through, I feel like you have like a very strong attachment to your spiritual gifts. Queen of Swords, Chariot, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay. I am picking up that for some of you, there could be an energy of like sending spell work or saying things, sending magic to other people. What am I picking up on? For pile 3, what am I picking up on? 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords again. And the High Priestess. And then we have the Chariot at the back. I don't know. I feel like you guys, it's like there was a lot of betrayal done to you, right? There was a lot of harm done to you. And I feel like at one point in your life, you could have cursed somebody, or you could have said something to somebody that really like fucked up their life. I don't know. There's something here about you guys knowing your power. In the past here, Chariot, Seven of Cups, Justice, yeah. There could have been a situation here in your past. Notice how in the Justice, we have her eye kind of half blindfolded. She's reading the Book of Law. I'm really sorry about the focus. But there's something here about maybe you guys have broken spiritual conduct in the past. Whether this was on purpose or on accident. And I feel like you learned from that. I feel like you kind of, maybe you could have crossed boundaries at one point. Maybe digging into people's energy, digging into their business, or seeing certain things to people that have hurt you, or kind of doing spell work on them. You could have actually done something like that in the past out of spite or out of anger. Maybe you've just been hurt a lot. Clarify the High Priestess. You gotta be careful with this energy, though. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you've learned from this. Queen of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. You definitely learned from this. You probably experienced something that backfired onto you. Page of Cups. You probably had to, yeah. Sun, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. There's a lot of, like, love magic here. So I'm honestly picking up on someone who tends to send maybe love magic to their friends or to people who are in a relationship already. You guys seem to be really, like, good at love magic or sex magic, getting people to fall in love with you. You guys are very powerful, and I feel like you guys definitely need to be careful with how you're using your energy. Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Yeah, because I feel like 5 of Cups here, the lovers, I feel like this could have landed you in some sort of sad situation in your relationships where you ended up being alone. Maybe like you try to do love magic. Maybe this is not necessarily towards other people specifically, but maybe you try to put the energy out there to bring someone towards you and it's just not working. You definitely seem to be like someone who is very solitary. You could be older, definitely. But it's like you're lonely. Some of you feel lonely. Some of you feel like you wish you had someone by your side. Some of you, yeah, it's like you guys are solitary witches. But I feel like without like judging you guys, I feel like there is an element underneath here in your emotions or your subconscious where you guys could be using your magical ability as like a cover-up or as like a, I don't know, it's like a way to get ahead or a way to manipulate other people in the sense that like you feel like you have an upper hand. Like I said, you guys got to be very careful with this energy. There could be something that you got to heal when it comes to something that you've gone through, because although it's very it's a beautiful thing to be able to have these gifts, but at the same time we cannot use them for bad intentions. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to condone that personally. I feel like we shouldn't be messing with people's free will. We shouldn't be messing up other people's lives, you know, like just let karma take care of it. If people have hurt you, just let the universe take care of it. I don't think that you should be getting yourself involved in certain situations here because I feel like it does backfire on you. 9 of Wands. Energy always comes back. Whatever you put out there comes back to you. And some of you guys have a little bit of like a mean streak or a jealous streak or an ego streak when it comes to what you can do here. Can we get anything else for pile 3? What are their psychic gifts? 7 of Pentacles. What are their psychic gifts? Page of Swords. You guys are learning something new right now. I feel it's like you are always learning something new. 10 of Swords. Damn. 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Judgment. 6 of Cups. Clarify the 10 of Swords. Because I'm definitely picking up on like some sort of spell work that doesn't work for you, and then you try to find another way to do it. 6 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. You might even involve other people in this. I don't know, you guys. You guys got to be careful with what you're doing here. There's something here about you guys trying to find a way to get what you want in a situation, and you guys could be manipulating energy. Yeah, 6 of Cups, the Devil. You guys could be manipulating energy for your own personal gain, and that's not always a good thing, especially if it involves other people. Yeah, or if you're hurting other people. I feel like some of you might actually be in love with somebody here. Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Swords that you can't have. It's like you are in love with someone that you can't have, or maybe they don't love you back. There was some sort of unrequited love here, and this triggered a lot for you. And now you are like kind of obsessed with spell work, or you're obsessed with hurting somebody. It's like you want someone to feel how you feel. This is I feel like someone needs to hear this. This might not be for everybody. But it's like some of you guys do use your gifts for the wrong intention. And this is just my belief. Like I said, I'm never going to condone anybody messing with other people's free will or messing with their emotions on purpose, because it does come back to you. And maybe some of you guys, like I said, could have done this unknowingly. Maybe you just thought something, or you had an intention and you were very angry and something happened. For others of you, you could be doing something on purpose. So I feel like you guys might need to heal something here. You guys might need to heal some part of your ego and something that was fragmented or hurt in your soul, because you guys can't do this to people. Can we get a closing message? 6 of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you guys have this internal desire to be recognized or to be seen for something. You could have been someone in your past. Maybe you were not so popular growing up. Or maybe you just didn't get the love or attention that you needed growing up. And there's something here about needing some sort of validation from other people. Some of you, it's like you do spell work to get what you want. And that's not always a bad thing, but I feel like whoever I'm connecting to, it's like you use spell work for everything. It's like you got to let some things happen naturally. You have to work on yourself. You have to let things unfold the way that the universe wants them to. You can't manipulate energy in every situation. Yeah, Two of Wands, Two of Cups. It's like I'm definitely picking up on someone here where it's like, how can I make this to my advantage? So you guys have to self-reflect when it comes to that, because like I said, it's like you guys have gotten lost in your role as like a spiritualist or a witch or a magician. And while you are very, very powerful, like there's just, to me, it's not right. It's not right to use magic for everything. So this is something that you guys need to reflect on. But I do feel like you guys have this internal desire to be seen, to be recognized. And I feel like there's other ways to go about that. There's other ways to use your magical abilities to bring attention to you. And it's by doing good things. It's by helping others, by helping make this world a better place, not by manipulating your way to get there. So I definitely feel like someone needs to hear this. Don't hate the messenger. This is just what I'm getting. So I'm going to leave it here. I really hope that whoever needs to hear this hears this with love and compassion. And I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye.